Dear students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss the 8th lesson from our supplementary book, The Hack Driver, written by Harry Sinclair Lewis. I am going to start the lesson by telling a story. A king had a beautiful and intelligent princess as his only child. When she grew up, he announced that she would be married to a prince who proves his wisdom in a test to be held in his palace. A large number of princes from different kingdoms reached the palace hoping to marry the princess. Suddenly the whole place was filled with the melodious music of a bird. King took the prince to a neighboring hall where the singing bird was kept. 2 cages were there. The prince watched the birds from the other end of the hall. After a while, the music stopped. The king led the prince to the cages and showed them the birds. One was a very beautiful and multicolored parrot with fine feathers and attractive features. The other was a small grey nightingale with brownish feathers and no apparent beauty. The prince were then led to the court and asked the same question: which of the 2 birds had sung the sweet song? All the princes except one replied that the pretty parrot was the gifted singer who filled the place with the enchanting music. One had a different answer. That prince said that the song was sung by the nightingale. The prince correctly identified the singer without bias and prejudice, was declared as the winner. Others were influenced and misled by the extraordinary beauty of the colorful parrot. They assumed that a sweet voice could arise only from a pretty bird. The wise prince married the princess and after the king's death ruled the country successfully. The appearances are often deceptive. We should not judge anything or persons merely by their appearances, because appearances are deceptive. Everybody is fascinated by the outer appearances. That is why people are running after the glittering outwardly world. Nobody cares to know what actually is behind the curtains. Cunning people take advantage of such people. Dear students, you know the story of the wolf in the sheep's clothing. So the appearances are always deceptive. When we meet someone for the first time, we make a judgment based on his external appearance. Our judgment may be wrong. It is just like a wrapper of a chocolate or a gift wrapped. Unless and until you don't remove the wrapper, you cannot guess what is in the package. For example, a tomb. We can decorate a tomb by giving colorful paintings and by decorating with ornaments. But what is there inside? A decaying dead body. This story discusses such a theme. Appearances are often deceptive. Let us discuss the lesson in detail. Harry Sinclair Lewis was a famous American novelist, short story writer and playwright. He was the first writer from the United States to receive the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1930. He was awarded the Nobel Prize for his vigorous and graphic art of description. He created his characters with wit and humor. His first book, Hike and the Aeroplane, was published in 1912. He was born on 7th February 1885 and died on 10th January 1951. He was a novelist, playwright and short story writer. Some of his notable works are Main Street, Babbitt, Arrowsmith, etc. After graduating with honors, I became a junior assistant clerk in a magnificent law firm. The narrator gives an introduction. He completed his graduation with honors. After completing his graduation, he became a junior assistant clerk. The narrator was a junior assistant clerk in a famous law firm. I was sent not to prepare legal briefs but to serve summons, like a cheap private detective. He did not prepare a legal brief like a lawyer. He served the court orders. His duty was to deliver the court orders to the victims. He calls them victims because he had to find out those people and he had to deliver the court orders to those people. His duty was to deliver the court orders to the victims. And I had to go to dirty and shadowy corners of the city to seek out my victims. In order to deliver the court orders, The narrator had to go to dirty and shadowy corners of the city, and he had to deliver the court orders. So the narrator, he had completed his graduation and he became a junior assistant clerk in a law firm. His duty was to deliver the court orders to the victims, and he has to go to the dirty and shadowy corners of the city to deliver the court orders. Some of the larger and more self-confident ones even beat me up. I hated this unpleasant work and the side of city life it revealed to me. The narrator hated his job. He says that some of the larger and more self-confident victims even beat him up. In many of the cases, he had to face very awkward situation. He was beaten up by them because they wanted to avoid court orders. In order to avoid the court orders, the victims, they beat him up. So he hated that unpleasant work. He hated the work and also he hated the city life. The narrator, he says about his job, he says that he hates the job because in some cases the people even beat him up in order to avoid the court orders. So he hated that unpleasant work and he hated the city life also. I even considered fleeing to my hometown where I could have been a real lawyer right away without going through this unpleasant training period. Narrator says that he hated his job. He hated it to the extent that he sometimes thought of running away to his hometown. Sometimes he thought of fleeing to his own hometown. I even considered fleeing to my hometown. And he says that in his hometown, he could work as a real lawyer and not as a mere clerk. I even considered fleeing to my hometown where I could have been a real lawyer right away without going through this unpleasant training period. He hated the job. Sometimes he thought of running away to his hometown, and he says that in his hometown he could work as a real lawyer and not as a mere clerk. So I rejoiced one day when they sent me out 40 miles in the country to a town called New Mullion to serve summons on a man called Oliver Ludkins. One day the narrator got a chance to go to another town. So he became very happy. I rejoiced one day when they sent me out 40 miles in the country. He doesn't like the city life and he hates his job. One day the firm sent him to a new city called New Mullion, which is 40 miles away from his present town. He had to visit this place in order to deliver the court orders. He had to deliver a court order to a man called Oliver Ludkins. So they sent him to a new town to deliver a court order. We needed this man as a witness in a law case and he had ignored all our letters. The narrator's law firm needed that person, Oliver Ludkins, as a witness in a case. But he had constantly neglected the letters sent by the law firm. He neglected the letters sent by them. He was a witness in a case. So the narrator was sent to New Mullion to find out Oliver Ludkins and deliver the court order. He was very happy and he was getting ready to go to the new town. The narrator reached the new town. When I got to New Mullion, my eager expectations of a sweet and simple country village were severely disappointed. Its streets were rivers of mud with rows of wooden shops, either painted a sour brown or bare of any paint at all. He reached New Mullion and his expectations were washed off. New Mullion was entirely different from what he expected. He had expectations of a sweet and simple country village. But when he reached there, his excitement about visiting a village was washed off. The streets were in a bad condition. Streets were rivers of mud. The streets were muddy. The streets were in a bad condition, they were full of mud. Shops were also very dull, wooden shop painted a sour brown or bare of any paint at all. Wooden shops, some of them are painted with a brown color, dull brown color, and some of them have no paint at all. So everything he saw was full of dullness, making him sad. He got disappointed and his expectations vanished. But there was something different. He met a different person there. The only agreeable sight about the place was the delivery man at the station. He was about 40, red-faced, cheerful, and thick about the middle. Everything he saw in the new city was dull. Then he saw a delivery man. He was about 40, red-faced man. He was very cheerful, a friendly man. And narrator thought that he was very friendly with other people. The only thing he liked in the new town was that delivery man. He had a good appearance. Other thought he is very friendly. His working clothes were very dirty and well worn. He wore very dirty clothes. He wore shabby clothes. He had a friendly manner. Suddenly the narrator realized that the delivery man is friendly. Students, today we are concluding here. I think you got an idea about the content of the lesson. If you have any doubt, you can clarify it with me. Complete the given homework and send it in the group. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.